Hello YouTube. Today we are going to look at my Lego gun, the very basic technique. If you pause the video and try to see how I do it, and see. So my first gun is, I like to call the FG11. I will be shooting all of these guns, and you use that thing, that little blue piece, to push that elastic band in, and it can fire multiple bolts at a time. And I have all the bolts that can be fired here, many of them. And yeah, we move on to, I like to call the C22. It's the smallest one. It's only 3 studs width and shoots a tiny bit to the left. And special bullet, two flat bricks high and with a flat barrel on it. And the next one I like to call the Taunt 64. Pretty good. It's the most powerful one that I have. A kind of different technique than all the other ones. And this one actually has aiming sights and a great trigger. There we go. And so we move on to our last gun. I was thinking about putting it to like that big, if you can imagine that, but I wanted to make it more powerful, so I made the elastic band stretch and powerful. And yeah, same technique as you'll see in many of my creations. That one, there's the thing there, and there's the thing there. And so, now, here's my most complex one. Looks like, whoa, holy crap, it's so complex. But I really didn't. It just more looks like it. So, no elastic band on this. I just put it wherever I want and push the trigger. And so, what happens is I slide the elastic band on the white piece right there, pull it all the way back to the tire, and flip this thing back. And if I flip it forward like that, safety, and onto the tire way back here. So when I push it, the tire goes forward and shoots off. And you can shoot multiple ones at a time. Like you could put one there, and then you can go like a machine gun, have a war or something. And so that brings us on to shooting them. So first we're going to fire the FG11 down to that door over there. So basically how we are going to do this is, I can't really do it. We shove the elastic band in there like that and push it. Put it down while doing this thing. Now, yeah, we got it like that. So then we put it over until like this. Onto one tiny little stud that can hold it. And as you can see, it's on right there. And so we are going to put these 2 bolts onto in between those 2 things, just like so. And I have to call this the Raider CSI for when it's shooting 2 bolts at a time. So you gotta be careful when you're putting in 2 bolts, though, since it slides forward a bit. So let's shoot. There we go. And then the last one comes out. Yeah. Okay. So next we are going on to the C22. Hello! Well, welcome back. Well, it's not really welcome because it's short for you guys, since I have to do my editing and stuff. So, pretty tiny little sheet a bit to the left, that's why I'll aim right there. Call of Duty Black Ops, and aim in. Yeah, okay, so how we're gonna do this one is simple as the other stuff. So what we do is we pull this. I need like a better camera thing, and this top of the, and like that, and then so very simple technique. When you pull the trigger, it shoots like that, because it loosens the grip of it. Yeah, I just broke the handle, and so, yeah, and then, as the same with the other gun, to do with all my gun except for the elastic band, and I forgot what I call that. And so you just put it like that, and very skinny, so shoot it over there. It's the least powerful, it only shoots like 2 feet. So now we are going on to the Taunt 24. Okay. So now going on to the Taunt 24. Looks kind of small, but it's the length. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Over 24 studs long and only 6 studs width. My biggest creation. This is the different one. It pushes the elastic band up. It will be balanced on there and there. Pulled over there, pushes it up, and it shoots. And so I made it stretchier so it could so it can have a longer, stronger shot. So as you see, I'm having a bit of trouble loading this thing. Being elastic band on, like so. Sorry, guys. Well, you can look at the bottom of my door. It's pretty nice, doesn't it? Yeah. It's not as hard as you think to load. It's just that holding the camera around my neck is kind of hard to do while loading this gun. Oh, it's harder right now. I really have no problem with it. Oh my god. Okay, finally. There. So we got the elastic band around there, and we will do this next time. We balance that white brick right there. So that's the only bad thing about this, is you have to balance it. I balance it, trying to hold it with my mouth again, but I mean my neck again. There we go. It's my most powerful gun yet. Oh, it almost hit me. Well, it did hit me, but anyway. So now we are going to come on to my elastic band shooter. So let's do this. Now we are on to my Super One Shot with my elastic band here. You can put multiple on. I will probably be showing that in another video. So I'm trying to show you guys how to load this thing, but you probably don't care. And I'll be showing you how to make an elastic band shooter. And you don't need all the parts. You can customize the parts a bit. Like if you don't have one tiny simple part, then you're like, oh no, fuck you. And that's okay. And you quit. That you can. you obviously don't need a certain color, but hey, this is just looking at you can do if you're having trouble in those like super complicated ones. It's not complicated. It just looks really complicated. I added stuff to make it look cool, but hey. And this gun misfires a lot. Oh god. What the heck? Ooh. Hey, doing this. Here, I'll just lift. Yeah. This thing. Safety. I hate you, safety. Oh yeah, it's called the Cecil Winkle. There we go, pull it back, and ready to fire. Num 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 num. There we go. They're ready to shoot. No, we're not. There. Shot. Okay. And yeah, thanks for watching.